Hi guys, it's Eunice from Theory of Simple, and I wanted to give you just a little tutorial today on how simple it is to add irrigation to hanging potted plants. Okay, so I found the end of the line, and now I just need a few things. I need a snipper, I need a connector, and I need a shutoff valve and a piece of 1/2-inch hose that I'll connect to this bottom one here. I snipped off the hose, but I'm going to keep the connector because I'm going to use it to seal off the other end. So I'm just going to work this off, my hose, and I'll save this to seal off the other end. Now you can see that I have this end connected here as an elbow, so I can bring the pipe up the corner here. Now I'm going to snip a little piece of pipe here because I'm going to need that to put on the end here before I put my shutoff valve. Now I'm going to put this little valve in here so that I have a way to shut off the water. So on and then off. I'll connect that down there. Now I'm just going to connect my connector pipe to the shutoff valve there in the corner. So now I'm at the end of my hose, and I'm going to use that little clamp piece that I took off from the other one and put it on here. And I'll bend this over, right like this. Sorry about the camera. And just slip it over here, and that'll keep that nice and tight. We won't have any water leakage from that then. So now all I have to do is hook in my 1/4-inch tubing, and I'm going to be using this little spike here. This little sharp end is going to go into the 1/2-inch hose down there, and this will slip into here. I can get it in there. Sometimes it's more difficult than others. There we go. And you just kind of work it. It'll work its way. It's got a barbed end, so it'll hold it in there nice and tight. And now this end will be punched down into the 1/2-inch tubing. And I'm going to use this little tool to punch a hole into my 1/2-inch tubing so that this little barb can fit in. I've measured how much 1/4-inch tubing I need for this pot, so I'm just going to snip this right here. And now I'm going to add this little sprayer. This barbed end will go in here. Let's work it in. Good. And you can adjust the sprayer by just turning it. So this is off completely here at this point, and then the more you turn it, the more spray you'll get in your planter. And now I'm going to use this little connector for wires and put that onto the 1/4-inch and seal it on. Actually, my 1/4-inch tubing is secure all the way up this post, all the way up to my plant. Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the irrigation that I used for my hanging plants. And for those of you who don't have irrigation in your yard, you're able to add some irrigation simply by adding a small timer and regulator like this Rainbird one. You're basically going to hook this right up to your faucet outside, and then you can add a hose into here and take that out to your garden. You can also add this little connector here, and this will allow you to use this 1/4-inch tubing to hook up to this and add water to your garden. Now you're probably going to want to add a pressure regulator or something onto that, or control the water flow from your faucet, but these are things you can do to add irrigation to your yard if you don't have already plumbed irrigation in your yard. The other thing I want to show you is this 1/2-inch tubing here. So this 1/2-inch tubing is the main water line. So for those of you also using one of these, you can also hook up a main water line like this. And I'll show you in the garden later where I have this hooked up for our garden, and we have our little sprinklers coming up out of this 1/2-inch pipe. So just a couple of quick tips for you. I wanted to give that to you today. I want to thank you for joining me on our little garden tour, and stay with us as we show you our little praying mantises that have hatched today. Hi guys, I'm really excited today because we bought these praying mantises for our garden and they've actually hatched out of their cocoon. So if you take a quick look in here, you'll see them inside kind of all hopping around in this little container where I bought them, and I'm going to let them out so they can start becoming full-grown mantises and help us with our pests in our garden. So here we go. I'm just going to set that right down here and just let them do their thing. They're all over. They're so cute. They're little babies. Little baby praying mantises. Very excited. All right, guys. Look at them all in here. Oh, there's lots of them. Look at them. They all came out of there.